My dear students, welcome back. A very good morning to one and all. I hope you and everything is fine and safe around you. Please stay at home. Save yourself, family, and society. Coming to the artificial intelligence course, in today's session we will discuss about solving problems by searching. In the last three sessions, we are discussed about problem solving. In that we are covered the how to solve the toy problems and real world problems like that. Okay, in today's session our main agenda, our main concept is solving problems by searching. So here we have two different types of searching algorithms are present. So with the help of these two search types of searching algorithms, how we will solve the particular problem. Okay, before we are moving to the solving problems by searching types, first we will discuss what are the properties of search algorithms. Here that is helpful for to performing the to check the measuring problem solving performance. Okay, so here what is the meaning of algorithm? Actually, algorithm means step by step process. Here also same. Here we are using the searching algorithms. That means here also we will implement the solution with the help of searching step by step. So actually what are the properties of algorithm? Completeness, optimality, time complexity, space complexity. So that's why here also same properties for searching algorithms. Not only for the searching algorithms, for every problems. That means suppose we will consider the sorting algorithms, any data structure algorithms, definitely the properties are the same, because each and every algorithm property is completeness, optimality, time complexity, space complexity, like that only. Okay, here also same thing. Here we have four essential properties of searching algorithms to compare the efficiency of these algorithms. So what is the first property? Completeness. What is the meaning of completeness? A search algorithm is said to be complete if it guarantees to return a solution, if at least any solution. Okay, why we are using the algorithms? To solve the particular problem. So definitely we are using the algorithm means definitely we got the solution. So with the help of that algorithm, definitely finally we will get at least one solution. For every problem we have several solutions are available. Okay, so definitely మనం algorithm యూస్ చేసాము అంటే finally we got at least one solution. What is the meaning of optimality? So here we have lot of solutions are available for every problem. Now we will find out which is the optimal solution. That means reducing the cost or reducing the path, like that. Okay, if a solution found for an algorithm is guaranteed to be the best solution among all other solutions, then such a solution for is said to be an optimal solution. Coming to the time complexity and space complexity, we already know. So in the data structures and algorithms, advanced data structures and algorithm, introduction to algorithms, already we have discussed lot of times what is the meaning of time complexity, what is the meaning of space complexity. Time complexity means execution time. It is a measure of time for an algorithm to complete the to perform the task. Okay, so what is the meaning of space complexity? Space complexity regarding to the memory space. It is the maximum storage space required at any point during the searching. Okay, so in this particular session, in this particular slide, we are discussing about the searching algorithms. That's why we will continuously using searching. Okay, not only the searching algorithms, for every algorithm the properties are same. Now we will see what are the terminologies we are using in the searching algorithms. So what is the meaning of searching? Why we are using the searching algorithms? Because to find out the particular element is present or not, if present, in which location the element is found. Okay, so here also same, searching is a step by step process to solve the search problem in a given search space. Here we will consider three factors One is search space, start state, goal state. So already we are covered what is the meaning of initial state, what is the meaning of goal path, like that. Okay, so what is the meaning of search space here? It represents a set of possible solutions which a system may have. Okay, so what is the initial state here we will consider? So yeah, as an agent, okay, where we will start this particular problem. It is a state from where agent begins a particular, suppose we will consider the toy problems or real world problems. Definitely at the time ఏదైనా పర్టికులర్ గేమ్ ఆడుతున్నప్పుడు ఎక్కడి నుంచి స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి, డెఫినెట్లీ దట్ క్వశ్చన్ ఈజ్ రైజ్డ్ ఇన్ అవర్ మైండ్. ఓకే, సో హియర్ ద ఏజెంట్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో సేమ్. Okay, what is the goal for every problem? For every toy problem or real world problem, we have a goal. Okay, suppose we will consider the 8 queens problem, 8 puzzle problem. Here the goal is already available. Okay, here the agent aim is to reach to that goal. Okay, so that is the meaning of search space, start state, goal test. Now search tree. So actually in the BFS, DFS, we will consider trees or graphs. We will perform the searching on particular trees or graphs. Okay, that's why here I will consider the search tree is one of the terminology. A tree representation of search problem is called search tree. The root of the search tree is the root node, which is corresponding to the initial state. For example, we will consider any tree or any tree. Definitely we will start the searching from the root node onwards. We will consider the binary search tree, AVL tree. Suppose we will find particular element location, definitely we will start the searching from the root node. Okay, so here also same, in the artificial intelligence concept also same, we will perform the searching from the root node. What are the actions here we will perform? Actually it gives the description of all the available actions to the agent. Suppose we will consider the vacuum cleaner world example. In that, what are the actions we will perform? Move to the left, move to the right, or suck the environment, suck the dirt, like that. Okay, here also same, what actions we will perform. Suppose we will consider one tree, move to left or move to right. Those are the actions. Transition model, a description of what each action do, can be represented as the transition model. From which state to which state we will move, from which state to we will reach to which state. Okay, suppose we will consider the formal languages and automata theory. We will consider one finite automata. So we will consider that one state and input symbol. So ఆ పర్టికులర్ స్టేట్ దగ్గర ఇన్పుట్ సింబల్ ఉంటే నెక్స్ట్ స్టేట్ ఏంటి? Okay, that is the transition model. Here what is the path cost? Number of moves. Okay, we will consider the suppose Prim's algorithm, Kruskal's algorithm. Edges in the edges already the cost is available. Okay, finally we will perform the summation of all the edges. Okay, finally we got the path cost. Here what is the solution? ఏదైతే గోల్ ఉందో that is the solution here. What is the optimal solution? For every problem we have lot of solutions are available. In that all the solutions we will pick one optimal solution. Okay, this is the searching algorithm terminologies. Now we will move to the different types of searching algorithms. Actually here we have two different kinds of searching algorithms are present. So why we are using these searching algorithms? Actually the searching algorithms are classified into two types. One is uninformed, another one is informed. Okay, uninformed means, uninformed is also called as the blind. Okay, so here the uninformed searching algorithms are going to blindly, okay, గుడ్డిగా వెళ్ళిపోతూ ఉంటాయి. Here we have an examples are also available. Breadth first search, uniform cost search, depth first search, depth limited search, iterative deeping depth first search, bidirectional search are the examples of uniformed, that is also called as blind searching algorithms. Coming to the informed search, different examples of informed search are best first search, A star search, AO star search, problem reduction, hill climbing. These examples are covered in the next sessions. Okay, no problem. Today we will discuss about only the difference between uninformed and informed searching algorithms. In the next class we will discuss about the examples of uninformed and informed searching algorithms. Now we will start what is the meaning of uninformed, also called as blind search. So in the uninformed search does not contain any domain knowledge. Okay, for the uninformed searching algorithms, they have no knowledge regarding to the environment. That means what is the goal. Okay, so it operates in a brute force way, as it only includes information about how to traverse the tree and how to identify leaf nodes and goal nodes. Okay, in here in this particular algorithms, they don't have any domain knowledge. It depends only on how to traverse. Okay, suppose we will consider the root node, what are the child nodes. Okay, those information are available only. Okay, here here each and every traverse depending on how to move from source to destination. Okay, so here they don't have any domain knowledge. In uninformed search applies a way in which search tree is searched without any information about the search space, like initial state, operators and test for the goal. So it is also called as blind search. Suppose as a third year student, definitely you will know about what is the BFS DFS. Okay, breadth first search, depth first search. In that particular problems we will traverse one by one. In the breadth first search we will consider one queue, first in first out. Okay, depending on the algorithm we will traverse whole the tree and we will traverse all the nodes. Okay, ఎందుకు ట్రావర్స్ చేస్తున్నామో తెలియదు. ఓకే, సో దట్ మీన్స్ బ్లైండ్గా ఏదో చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్తున్నాం. Same process we will apply in the DFS also. Okay, we will traverse each and every node. In the DFS we will consider one stack. Depending on the rules we will traverse one by one. But why we will traverse from source to destination? ఎందుకు అక్కడ అన్ని నోడ్స్ని కూడా కవర్స్ చేస్తున్నాం? Okay, what is the goal? Okay, they don't know. Okay, here the searching algorithms also does not contain any domain knowledge regarding that. Okay, that is the meaning of uninformed. It examines each node of the tree until it achieves the goal node. Okay, what here the examination of uninformed search, అన్ని నోడ్స్ ట్రావర్స్ అయ్యాయా లేదా అనేది మాత్రమే కన్సిడర్ చేసుకుంటుంది. ఓకే, సో కమింగ్ టు ద ఇన్ఫార్మ్డ్ సెర్చ్. ఇన్ ద ఇన్ఫార్మ్డ్ సెర్చ్ డెఫినెట్లీ దే ఆర్ యూజింగ్ ద డొమైన్ నాలెడ్జ్. In the problem information is also available which can guide the search, how to traverse, how to find out. Okay, ఈ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ మొత్తం కూడా ఇన్ఫార్మ్డ్ సెర్చ్కి తెలుస్తుంది. బట్ ఇన్ ద అన్ఇన్ఫార్మ్డ్ సెర్చ్ దే డోంట్ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ డొమైన్ నాలెడ్జ్. Informed search strategies can find a solution more efficiently. Here they know the domain knowledge, they have the searching algorithms. That's why compared to the uninformed search, it provides the efficient solution. Okay, so the informed search is also called as heuristic search. So here it is a way which might not always be guaranteed for the best solution, but it provides definitely a good solution. Okay, it says that it does not provide maybe the good, maybe the best solution, but guarantee it provides the good solution. Informed search can solve much complex problems which could not be solved in another way. Okay, here we have only one process. Okay, definitely it solve the complex problems are also. Okay, an example of informed search is traveling salesman problem. Already you know about how to solve the traveling salesman problem. Now we will see what is the difference between uninformed and informed search. Now uninformed search, actually they don't know about the domain knowledge. So here that's why it search without any information. Coming to the informed search, it search with information. So the second comparison is it don't have the domain knowledge, but in the informed search use knowledge to find steps to the solution. Actually the uninformed search, the time consuming process. Coming to the informed search, it provides the solution quickly. So finally the more time complexity for it takes the more time complexity for the uninformed search. Coming to the informed search, the time complexity is very less. These are the differences between uninformed search and informed search. In the next class we will discuss about the examples of uninformed search. After that we will move to the examples of informed search. Until now, please take care. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your patience. Thank you.